Adelaide, Australia, December 1st, 1948. The sun rises over Somerton Beach, revealing a scene that will baffle investigators for generations. A body resting against the seawall, perfectly dressed, perfectly composed, yet profoundly, terrifyingly unknown. There was no struggle, no scream, no witness. The man was impeccably dressed in a suit, his shoes polished, his hair neat. It looked like a man who simply lay down to sleep, but the forensic evidence, which we meticulously reconstruct here, tells a chillingly different story. He had been poisoned, and the ultimate truth was hidden in a pocket stitched inside his trousers. This is the Tamam Shud case, and the identity of the Somerton man remains the ultimate secret of the rendered archive. The case file begins with absence. Every piece of clothing the man wore, his coat, his trousers, his shirt, had all manufacturer's labels painstakingly removed. This wasn't an accident, it was a professional effort to erase identity. Our 3D analysis isolates the exact locations where the labels were cut, suggesting a person trained to disappear. The man carried no wallet, no identity cards, and no cash. The only leads were the contents of his pockets: 2 combs, a pack of cigarettes, and a scrap of paper rolled tightly inside a small hidden fob pocket. A pocket that had been sewn back up. The scrap of paper contained just 2 words, Tamam Shud, which translates to finished or ended in Persian. Investigators traced the phrase back to a specific rare edition of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, a book of philosophical poetry. Weeks later, a man found this exact edition of the Rubaiyat in his car, thrown through an open window months prior. Our investigation reconstructs the moment the book was opened. On the back cover, written in pencil, was a coded message. 5 lines of cryptic jumbled letters, a message that has never been definitively solved. The finality of Tamam Shud and the presence of the cipher suggest that this was not a random death, but the end of a meticulously planned life.
The mystery quickly branched into 2 dominant theories. The first, espionage. A man who took poison, knowing his identity had to be erased. The book and the code acting as a final message or rendezvous point. The lack of distinguishing marks and the meticulous clothes-cutting point to professional tradecraft. The second, a doomed affair. Some believe the poison and the cryptic poem were the final act of a heartbroken man, taking his life after a relationship ended tragically, or perhaps killed by a jilted lover using a unique poison that leaves no trace. Yet both theories circle back to the coded message. Our archive analysis shows that until the cipher is broken, the identity of the Somerton man remains locked in the shadow of the Australian summer of 1948. The man carried the key to his own mystery, hidden in a pocket. The question that remains is not who he was, but for whom he died. Who was the recipient of the code, and why did the secret need to be buried with him? The Tamam Shud case remains a closed file, waiting for a single clue to break the cipher. What is your theory on the coded message? Let us know in the comments below. If you want more high-definition reconstructions of the world's most haunting mysteries, subscribe to the Rendered Archive.